Hello and welcome to this week's Modern Toyfare news. We are going to be doing things a little bit differently this week because of San Diego Comic-Con. As we record, it is Thursday night, so there are still 3 days left in the con, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so that we won't have all of the announcements, but we will have a large portion because they started coming through on Monday. So we're going to break this up into 4 separate episodes. We're going to have a NECA episode, a Mattel episode, a Hasbro episode, and then an everything else episode. So you kind of get your pick of the poison, or you can watch all 4, but I figured it'd be easier than giving you guys a 3-hour episode to try to sort through, and then I have to put timestamps, which I really don't want to do. But let's start off with I'm Michael, and my co-host, as always, is at Jamar_Games. How are you this week, Jamar?
Hi. Just so people know, my name is actually Jamar and not Jamar_Games. Just for clarification.
Just for clarification. Would you not like me to call you by your tag anymore?
No, just in case anyone was confused. They're like, who is
I mean, your last name rhymes with games, so I don't think it really makes a difference. It's the underscore that might get confusing.
That is true. That's actually in my middle name, so.
Oh, underscore.
Yes.
You should legally make that your middle name. That'd pretty. You don't
That's
have to worry about
dedication.
copyrights then.
Oh God, I've derailed the show already.
You have, but that's okay because it's going to be a real rough one. Just with all the things we have to talk about and unwrap. But we're going to pass it off to future us, who are going to give you one of the 4 topics I told you. So sit back and enjoy. All right, welcome to the pretty much everything else episode of San Diego Comic-Con Modern Toyfare News. If you've watched the other ones, you've seen Hasbro, Mattel, NECA. Well, this is all the ones that didn't have enough to do their own episode, and kind of just combined them all to make it easier for me in editing and for you to watch. So we're going to start with Mafex, who pretty much won my heart instantly, with first leaking images of it and then releasing actual images. They announced the brown suit Wolverine, and more importantly, the new adventures of Batman animated series Batman figure. And there's no prices or dates, which I'm fine with because there's a lot coming out. My wallet needs a break. But this Batman is incredible. Like, Wolverine's great, but it's just a repaint of the yellow and blue Wolverine. The Batman, though, he's got a wired cape. He's got the unmasked Bruce Wayne head. Like, the articulation looks good without being too, like, messed up for just the way that the character is designed. And it annihilates the DC Collectibles versions of them.
This is actually pretty insane. When I'm gonna give you a little inside baseball. I opened it up and I was like, oh God, I know this is 100%. You have to get this.
Oh yeah,
just the swappable heads are dope in itself.
Oh yeah, and especially because it's like not like they like messed up and put the wrong, like it's got like the blue-eyed version, because this is season 4 New Adventures Batman, which is out of the seasons, season 4 probably is my favorite, which is very unpopular opinion. Most people like the first 3 better. I just want a more darker route with it, a little less campy, and I think that's why I fell in love with it so much more, because I'm just so dark and broody. But like, even with like, it looks like he only is going to come with the swappable head, probably hands, and then a batarang and a grappling hook, which I'm fine with. You don't need to drown me in the accessories on this one, because the figure itself is just so incredible. And the fact that he's got like a rubber cape that just drapes over his shoulders, and he's got the wire cape that you can just do whatever you want with. Like, take my money. And nothing against the brown suit Wolverine. It's great. The interchangeable heads with the different like facial expressions and the unmasked head all look incredible. But again, it's a repaint of the yellow and blue version, and I didn't buy that one because I've got the Mezco one, which I like better despite unpopular opinion.
Going against the grain, man.
Gotta, yeah. Hipster it up. Might as well just have Jake on the show. Speaking of Mezco though, like they just on the table. They announced on Monday their Comic-Con exclusive, which for a while Nosferatu was pretty much it. It was the only exclusive we got, and we were like, well, I guess that's it this year. We're not gonna get anything special. And they're like, nope, Remember those really cool ninja versions of our mascot Gomez that were only available in Asia, and everyone was butthurt, and they're like $1,000 to buy now because there's only like 500 of each. Well, guess not what? We're giving you the Golden Dragon Edition. And this thing, as per usual, can't just give me the fucking figure. This comes in the Con in a Box bundle, which was $170 plus shipping.
Oh.
So you get the Ninja Gomez in his gold like ninja gi, which is incredible. You get a crap ton of accessories like sais, katanas, a cool like tattered cloak. His hood actually goes up and has holes to put his antennas through. Like they went all out with this thing. That's incredible. But then you get the Pink Skull Chaos Club t-shirt, the Gomez pin, which I do like because he's got a little mask and it says 2020. And it's like, haha, I get it because 2020 sucks. You get the H Squad patch, you get some stickers, con badge, and a lanyard. It's cool stuff. Literally, aside from the pin, would not have bought a single ounce of it.
The Boom Boom stickers?
No, I'm not a sticker guy, and I'm not a patch guy. I don't have anything to put patches on. Not that cool. The lanyard's cool. Probably use that, but beyond that, I really wish they just do like even if it's a limited quantity, like so that way it's like okay, well I just got fucked on trying to get the single figure. Give me a version like even NECA, despite the fact that you can't get either version, has the 4-pack of the turtles and then the bundled turtles. Like,
right?
Give me options. Don't make me pay $70 extra for a bunch of shit I don't want.
Yeah,
especially because it's shit no one wants. So it's not like I can even like attempt to sell it.
Right. This is stuff
and recoup that $70.
Free. Yeah. This is like, oh, we give this away at the con, but because it's 2020.
Yeah. Which I mean, they did the same thing with the Nosferatu figure, and I mean, luckily he was not $170. He was only $120. And I feel like he came with almost as much stuff. Oh, there was one other thing that was in there. There's a they have these 5-point articulated figures, and there's a Gomez figure for that, which I don't care about either. So you give me a second action figure that I don't want, a T-shirt I don't want, a con badge which I don't need, stickers that I don't want, and a patch that I don't want. Like, ugh. But I bought it. I'm gonna be excited. It's gonna be cool. And I'm just gonna say it now. When it comes to the Mezco figures, especially like the Gomez's, I essentially run a action figure chop shop. Like it turns into I take a bunch of the accessories I don't want, and I sell them in the Mezco groups to recoup my money. And then I keep the parts I do want. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a 90% chance this Gomez figure is going to become my Mezco style custom shredder.
Oh.
Well, because like he's not going to have the gold gi. I'm going to get a gray or black one made for him.
Yeah.
But with the articulation and the fact that he's got the little toe sandal feet.
Okay.
And like the gauntlets and stuff are like perfect that I can just like glue on the little blades. Like this might be my key to not having to wait for the Iron Fist to eventually come out and just use this instead. But we'll see when it comes. Oddly enough, literally the same day that we paid for it, we got shipping notices. So mine's going to be here next Wednesday. So you'll get to see that next week on my weekly purchases, assuming any parts of it are left.
Oh God.
But that'll be at least my one saving grace of having to buy this bundle is the fact that luckily in the customizing world, there's a lot of people who love to buy the parts and not have to spend the money on the figure or missed out on the figure and want just some of the parts of it.
I'll build my own.
So that'll be nice. They've only announced one other 112 figure though so far. I mean, granted, there's still Friday and Saturday and Sunday at the con. They've announced a X-Men Bishop figure for their 112 line. He looks badass as hell. Like he's got armor. He's got the yellow stripe down his one pant leg. They've got a bald version and like the hair version. Super cool figure. However, one announcement made me kind of sad. I mean, they had some of their Living Dead dolls and some of their like lesser liked lines, which I was like, I'm not flooding our show with shit that no one wants. But I hope that we get to see more releases in the next couple days. But who knows? Like, to essentially give us one, like even they gave us one per day, that's pretty like slimmed down, which seems to be like the theme of the con. Like some like Mattel, wrestlers galore. NECA, 2 or 3 turtle announcements.
Maybe they're just
and only a couple of them had actual like pictures.
Yeah. Or maybe I don't know. I can't even think of a legitimate reason.
Like I feel like Comic-Con for like collectors was supposed to be like the saving grace of like at least there's a bright spot in the shithole that is 2020. And 2020 still managed to ruin that.
Kind of blew up. It's blown up in our face for sure.
Yeah, between exclusives being impossible to get for most companies, while some companies, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, did fantastic jobs. Others did not. And the lackluster like announcements, it's kind of been a mildly disappointing.
Been a roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see if they announce more. Hopefully they do. If not, then I mean, it's not like this stuff's going to come out anytime soon because Mezco announces stuff and it comes out 2 years later anyway. So I don't know why I want announcements. Moving on though, Diamond Select Toys released a image of the upcoming John Wick Deluxe box set, crate, coins, blood marker, and flippy tie. Literally the description I found. Flippy tie. The pre-orders are rumored to hit on July 24th. So if you're watching this Friday when the video hopefully goes up today, it looks really cool. Looks pretty articulated. I think it's hilarious that he has a flippy tie and it's like flowing in the wind. I have the Mezco version pre-ordered, and that's supposed to be coming out here in a month or so. So I don't really need 2 John Wicks. But this figure is still pretty cool, and it's probably going to be closer to like a $30 price point for someone who wants a John Wick figure.
Me.
Exactly.
Who doesn't want to spend that much money? But I definitely love John Wick, and this is cool. And how could you not want a flippy tie?
Right? The flippy tie, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But then I'm like, but then he's like constantly stuck in that like windy state. Like,
oh, I'm just gonna have him like, doing one of those, and the tie is like, yeah. I'm saying this as I'm getting this, but I don't even know. Well, you said pre-orders go up tomorrow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, with the Diamond Select, because it doesn't say it's exclusive or anything, Diamond Select usually is pretty mass-produced. Like, they're up there with, like, Marvel Legends, like, level of production. Cool. So, if you want it, there's probably a good chance you can get it. And if it's Diamond Select, there's a good chance you'll probably find it at comic book shops or in Big Bad Toy Store at some point. And we know your new love of Big Bad Toy Store.
Hey, I think I actually already see it on here.
Oh, well, look at that. Wait, no, so it went up early.
$44.
That's not bad.
$44.99. Yeah.
Especially considering the amount of accessories you get and flippy tie.
Yeah. Flippy tie.
So I'm assuming you're going to send that link to your wife saying, purchase this for me?
Oh, it's pre-order. It's guilt-free. Money comes out later.
Touche. That's right, because, yeah, there's no guilt because it doesn't take the money right then and there, and that just randomly disappears one day, and you're like, oh that's why. I
guess I'll have that in the mail here some month later.
On the a different note, we got a pretty hefty amount of McFarlane announcements. All of them DC related. They did show off the Spawn Kickstarter. Like, I think there was inbox like pictures of it, but I saw them on my phone, and then when I went to find them on my computer, I couldn't, and then I got distracted, and I forgot to get them, so I'm not going to put that in the show. Sorry. We talked about that figure like at least 2 or 3 episodes worth. However, we do have the DC lines, which I think we're getting, I think it was 3 new waves. So let me go through. So first, we did get a Flashpoint Thomas Wayne Batman, which is coming out this winter. And that looks badass. And it's from the new like City Bane and the Button storylines where he doesn't have the Underoos.
Okay.
And that I'm excited enough for that. Like I'll buy it. And then the wave that they announced, we've got one wave, which is the Joker, based on the Rebirth comic books, Azrael in bat armor, based on the Batman Curse of the White Knight comic. We've got Cyborg from the good cartoon of Teen Titans. And then we've got Flash, which I think is just a Rebirth Flash, because he's got like the lightning bolts on his costume going from his chest. Those are coming out in the fall of 2020, so this fall. Next, they did reveal basically a wave of 2-packs. We've got 3 2-packs here, I believe. We've got Flash and Red Death from Earth 52 from the Batman Dark Knight's Metal line. Those are due out in November. We've got a new 52 Nightwing and Red Hood set that's coming out in November as well. However, I'm already not happy with the Nightwing because the first Nightwing figure it was wonky and I didn't like it. But this one's literally just a repaint, which makes no sense because Red Nightwing did not have all those extra pieces. Literally, it was just the red logo and that was it. The rest of his costume was solid black. But what can you do? Yeah, those come out in November 2020. Then we are getting a Batman and Deathstroke from Arkham Knight, the video game, and that's set in August of 2020. I have seen a few sites claim that 2-packs from Origins, but if you look at the costume, it is very clearly Arkham Knight, not Arkham Origins. So get your shit together, news people.
Pretty cool. It's coming out in August when they're gonna announce the new Batman game too.
Theoretically, we'll see. It's been rumored to be announced like 6 times in the past year, so we will see. Joke's on us. We're just going to get Arkham Knight for PS5. And then the final wave we got is pretty much a solely Dark Knight's Metal line, which I dig. Which I do want to point out that Red Death was supposed to be in the previous line with the Dark Knight's Metal figures, and now has moved into a 2-pack, which I'm kind of pissed off about because I really don't want a Flash figure.
It's so weird that they would do that though, but I mean,
I think it was just they were like, we need something for this line, and that's what they did. So this wave, you are going to get a Superman, the Infected figure, the Batman in his costume from the Dark Knight's Metal, which is a little more armored. You've got the Batman who laughs with his Sky Tyrant wings, and Robin from Earth 22, which are the little like demon Robins that the Batman who laughs runs around with. This wave does have a Build-A-Figure. It is Batman the Merciless, which is interesting because they're apparently ditching the terrible Build-A-Batmobile gimmick that they did with the first line of Build-A-Figures that nobody liked. Well, Crush, I think there was maybe 2 people I saw online liked. Everyone else was like, we don't want this. Why would I want to pay $5 extra for a shitty, tiny-ass Batmobile? So I'm glad to see that they corrected course and they're doing actual figures now and realizing that it's okay to copy other companies. You don't have to be original all the time. I personally excited for quite a few of these, especially after they redeemed themselves with the White Knight figures that I showed you. And I think I even showed on the show. I'll probably break down and buy the 2-pack to get Red Death because that's probably my favorite of the Dark Knight's Metal figures. I might have to get one of the Earth 22 Robins. And I don't know which of the other ones I'll break down and buy. Definitely not getting the Nightwing 2-pack. Fuck that. Ruined my favorite. I almost want to get the entire wave just so I can get the Build-A-Figure because I also want to get Devastator from the current wave that's supposed to be hitting soon. Especially now that they've like confirmed he is significantly bigger than the other figures.
I know we were kind of discussing that before, like if it was going to be.
So like I almost want to get the Build-A-Figure and then get Red Death and then get the other ones and just have the entire set of the Dark Knight Metals figures, but that's a lot of money for a line that I'm still like they redeem themselves, but I'm not all in on.
Yeah, I mean those My Hero were McFarlane, so
I'm not saying McFarlane doesn't do good work. I'm just saying that they their DC line's kind of hit or miss. Like the White Knight
Yeah.
ones, they spot on. The first series, ooh, garbage. Even the Arkham line, they're not bad. Like the Arkham Asylum, Batman, and Joker they did. Batman looks decent. Joker, they went a little too deep with like the paint, so like he looks more cartoony than like realistic, like in the video games.
I got
Like his
you.
eyes have like super like dark rings around him, and like his lips are super red. Like they need to tone back the paint job on him, and I think he'd be better. Any of these like speak to you? Like the
And
John Wick with the flippy tie?
nah. I mean, I like the metal like series, but no, I always feel like Batman is one of those things that like you can't just get like one thing because then you want more and then more and more and more and more. So I always just kind of like I just take a step back from Batman because if anything, Batman was gonna be like that Mafex, although that's probably what like $80 or something like that.
No, the Mafex ones aren't that bad. They're usually closer to like 50.
I say that's not too bad. But yeah, I like that. Like if it's just classic, but especially for like this, I like the series, but I didn't like love that. Makes
I feel it. Like that's my biggest hesitation is I feel like it is that rabbit hole where if I get Red Death or Devastator,
yeah.
I'm gonna be like I have to have the entire set of all the Dark Knight medals, like Evil Batman,
Right.
and even the ones I don't want, like the Dawnbreaker or the Aquawoman version. But we'll see. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
once I see them in person and they grab me by the
See 'em on
balls
the
like they
shelf.
did with the White Knight one.
Right. Well, you got that one early, remember?
I did. I found that one like a week or two early, and still haven't seen it since. I a shit ton of the Jokers though. I'll probably have it here in the next month or so. Have a very special. Someone made a custom cape for that White Knight Batman, which looks pretty incredible. So I hopefully will have that here soon. Moving on though, Storm Collectibles did have a few announcements. First, with the Mortal Kombat 112 line, we have Motaro, who comes with interchangeable heads. There's two of them, 3 pairs of hands, a fireball effect, and a articulated bloody skeleton body. So you can do his fatality. He is going to be $110 and slated for Q4 of 2020. Not gonna lie, haven't played the newer versions of Mortal Kombat, so no clue who this guy is, except for that apparently he's like a horseman demon.
Wait, am I tripping? I thought. Oh yeah, fill the air. I swear I thought this was. He wasn't in like the original either.
I don't
He looks
recall
so
him being in the
familiar.
old ones because
Yeah,
realistic
he's in there.
he
He's
is.
in
I don't
there.
recall there being
I
like a
was.
horseman in the old ones.
Yeah, he's like this. Oh wait, am I? Maybe this is like photoshopped. I swear I remember this character. Unless I'm thinking of.
I mean, I could be wrong because it's been a long time since I played Mortal Kombat, but I do not remember there being like a Minotaur guy in Mortal Kombat. They all were like very humanoid in the original and didn't get into the more crazy stuff until like later on.
Yeah, I mean, just for debate purposes, I believe he was in like 3. It was something like on the PlayStation at that point in time.
So it was after like the Sega.
Oh yeah, not Sega, not Sega.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit
But see, by
later
the time they
on.
got to like PlayStation 2, I had kind of moved on from and wasn't
Yeah,
playing Mortal Kombat. Um,
I'm
so
gonna
that
say it
explains
was
why I
like
have
on
no idea who he
PlayStation.
is.
But yeah,
He looks pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie,
he does look.
the fact that the skeleton like for his fatality, that's just awesome.
Yeah, I like the photo they show him holding Scorpion, which I think we talked about like the last episode. Ththese all kind of run
Well,
together
yeah,
now.
they did an exclusive Scorpion, which we talked about in
Yeah,
the last episode.
and then like with the skeleton, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty badass little accessory. I'll give him that.
it's badass as much as you can for a horse man.
Yeah, a weird horseman
Because
demon thing.
it kind of looks silly, but
Yeah,
it
it's
looks.
very much like I'm just imagining it as like someone's weird like
Oh
Minotaur
no,
fetish. Like
no.
it doesn't it just looks weird to me. But then it's like, oh, but he comes with a cool little bloody skeleton. I'm like, $110. You don't need a fucking skeleton.
Right.
Um,
Oh, another
Overall, though, I
fight.
mean, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan and you're doing like the store, if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, you're not collecting the store collectibles. Shame on you,
Yeah,
because they're easily the
the
best toy line
Scorpion
you're
one
probably
was
ever
like
gonna get for these.
insane. Yeah, that
Um,
Scorpion one was dope.
so I feel like if you are and you're not completist, I understand passing on this. But if you're like all in and you want all the characters, you need this one. Um, from the looks of his size and stuff, I feel like 110 is reasonable considering they usually run like 70 or 80.
Yeah, it's a
So
pretty
not
big
bad.
figure.
On a game that I'm more familiar with, they did announce the 112 Street Fighter E Honda figure. Very basic, like we didn't get a whole lot of details. We just got kind of like a front and back look of him. Uh, no accessory announcements, no prices or dates yet. Might get more throughout the con, but kind of just plain Jane. Overall, I feel like they nailed it though. Like
Yes.
I mean, granted, there's not much you can do to fuck up a sumo wrestler, but
You gotta have swappable hands at you, right? Because
oh
you
yeah, they
gotta be
always
able
do
to do the.
swappable hands and at least like one or two face like swaps. So
Yeah,
and if they, oh yeah, if they've got to have like the energy, like even like some sort of like effect where it's like him doing the hand like
yeah,
thing. Like if
I
they
gotta
don't
see
do
that.
that, I'd be shocked.
That's pretty cool though. I like how beefy it is.
Right?
That's cool.
Like I used the Alex figure to make my custom Bane I'm working on, and like he's a
Mhm.
beefy boy, like with he's thick with two C's, and I feel like he's gonna be sick. He's E Honda's thick with three
Got
C's,
3. Yeah, he's definitely a 3C.
then triple C's, baby.
Right.
So on to what, in my opinion, is probably the company that has won Comic Con, and that is SH Figuarts. They are the only company that has done the exclusive game right. I mean, obviously, because they're accompanied with Bandai, they don't have to like worry about retailers. It's all 100% just through them. But when their shit sold out, they have since put their exclusives up 2 more times since then. And they limited it to 1 per person, so that way there's no worries of like, oh, scalpers can get them, because it was 1 per person per household. And essentially, like if you wanted these, you could. There's no reason why you couldn't get them. The only difference is if you got the first pre-order batch, you're getting it in August. The second pre-order batch was pretty much made to order, and those will come out in December. So no reason to have to pay scalper prices. If you missed out, that's 100% on you at this point, because you had 3 chances to get them. One of which was literally the day of their like con announcements, or even during the live stream. Like, yes, these are still available, but you just won't get them till December. Uh, so points to you, Figuarts. I realize there's a lot of contractual shit with the other companies, but I mean, you're the fucking role model. And that's not all they did though. They also announced some Dragon Ball figures, which, oh baby, I went from like having 1 or 2 of these figures to I think the show has now got me balls deep in this line.
Back in. Oh God, this is a weird reference.
Yeah. So they announced 3 new figures. We've got Launch, who mostly was in the Dragon Ball series. We have Raditz, who was in Dragon Ball Z with the Saiyan Saga. And then we have First Form Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, which gives me so much hope to get my favorite version of Frieza, which is Form 2, where he's just that big, giant motherfucker with the horns.
Yeah.
Like if they're doing form, like first form, that means we're going through them, baby. We're gonna get 2, 3. Let's do it. But like out of these 3, I'm not gonna lie, I might get Frieza. He's a maybe. Raditz is a super maybe, just because I don't know if I need a Raditz figure. Maybe if I hunt down, because I have since ordered the Saiyan Saga Vegeta.
That's kind of almost making this a necessity then to get Radix.
Well, I'll get Raditz if I can find Nappa, because then I have all 3 of them
Yeah,
posed together. If I can't get Nappa,
Sure.
then there's no need for Raditz. So we'll see how what the damage would be on Nappa, because Vegeta I got a decent deal on. I haggled the guy down. Launch, I really don't have any interest in. It's a really cool grab for Dragon Ball collectors, because like, I mean, there's so many like characters you can pull from that series. So to get something like kind of obscure like that is pretty awesome. They did essentially. I like that you're correcting the
No, no,
sheet.
no, no, no. You're. Go ahead.
So they did obviously tease, but essentially during their live stream, they had handed one of the guys a set of papers of future reveals.
Hmm.
But they were top secret. However, people were basically able to deduce what a couple of them are because the light hits them and you can see the silhouette of what the design is. So it looks like we're going to be getting a uh, first form cell, which is pretty cool. And we're going to be getting a Namek Bulma, which is
That's
kind of
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, they show a
couldn't
lot of
really
love
make
with
out
these
most of the other
figures.
ones. I do want to say, like, Japanese culture seems so much happier. Like
What?
all these other like things I've watched either feel super just like
Oh, you're
forced,
talking about the
scripted,
yeah.
or just seem very much just like kind of like, oh, well, it's America, life sucks, but hey, here's some toys. Literally every announcement, even when they introduced themselves, everyone in that fucking studio when they did these reveals clapped and cheered.
It's just tradition,
I've
man.
I have never seen a more supportive like set of human beings in my life. Like it was as an American who actively goes around seeing people miserable and hate each other and just mean to each other on a regular basis. Seeing a group of people who are like, and this is so and so, and everyone's like, yay! Like I was like, wait,
Why are you guys so nice?
are people allowed to be happy and like each other?
Right. Turns out that is a
That's
yes.
a thing? I thought we were just supposed to hate each other as humans. Like I was just like so taken back, and I'm
That's
like,
funny.
man, Japan just moved up on my list of countries that like to escape America. Like it originally was just gonna be Canada because it's cheaper, free healthcare, and like
Well,
easier to get
that's
to. But
still probably a better choice because it's gonna be hard to get to Japan, man.
I don't know, man. Though they seem so much happier. I want people to cheer when they hear my name.
That's funny.
Anyway, moving on from very weird segment. Um, Mondo announced some things. So first they had their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Masters of the Universe Merman, who comes with a swappable head, hands, and feet, along with a sword and trident, and a very cool metallic paint job. He is, correction, was, because he's already sold out, $250, and was exclusive to Mondo's website. Really cool figure. Again, He-Man, before my time, didn't really dive deep into it. The metallic
Crushing it,
like paint
figure,
looks
man.
awesome.
Yeah. Again, with the Mondo box, like
Oh,
artwork,
dude, yeah,
so cool.
it's
So
so
cool.
pretty, and like it just almost makes me wish I was a He-Man fan, but I'm happy I'm not because 250 is oof,
Yeah,
oof.
that's a
That spiritually hurt my wallet knowing that that a bunch of people, enough people to sell that out, paid
yeah.
$250.
Uh,
I mean, it's 12 inches, so I mean it's reasonable-ish, but it's a hard pill to swallow because it's not like he comes with a shit ton of accessories. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, swappable feet is definitely a first for me. I don't think I've ever seen a toy come with swappable feet, so that was a
well, the
new
way
one.
this one, you kind of, yeah. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I have to assume it's like normal, like walking feet, and then like
And
flat
then,
swimming feet because they
yeah,
want to make it articulated enough that his feet could go flat. Um, but unless he comes with a opposable stand, I can't see a reasonable point where you would have his feet flat
actually,
because unless you're just having him like swimming on your shelf on his belly.
so in the
Um,
Trident, you can get one of those, posable. Yeah, I see what you're saying though. If it doesn't come in
um,
the box,
yeah, if it doesn't come
250
with
is good.
something to hold him up in the air, there's no point in having like the flat swimming feet.
Right.
But I could be crazy. That's maybe not the point at all. Um, However, they did announce some things. Most of these things are just like artist renderings and 3D renderings, nothing like
Okay, that's what
real
you're looking
meaty.
at. Uh-huh.
But we did get the 1/6 scale Batman animated series Joker finally, which is releasing May of 2021. So it's coming actually pretty soon. He is 165. We got the 1/6 scale Master of the Universe Hordak, which releases in June of 2021 for $200. The 1/6 scale Masters of the Universe Keldor releases in February of 2021 for $180. The Creature from the Black Lagoon, which releases this October in 2020, is $180. And like this thing just looks cool in general.
Yeah. The face makes me laugh.
He can hang out with your merman. That was $250. And then we have Masters of the Universe 1/6 scale She-Ra, who releases in September of 2021. Her price is to be announced. I have to assume she's going to be between 160 and 180, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is later, but why is it, TBD?
My guess is because hers specifically, more so than the others, is literally just like artist renderings. It's not even like 3D renderings.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I'm guessing she's still in such an early phase that they don't know what accessory she's coming with to know what price point they're going to be at. Would be my only guess.
That makes sense.
Out of all these, not gonna lie, I'm excited. Once we see what accessories it comes with and the actual sculpt, Joker may be a purchase.
Of course.
And Creature of the Black Lagoon is really, really cool, and I'd love to get that. But again, the size is so big, I just can't justify starting a random collection of 12-inch figures.
Yeah.
That might be something to pass on to Jake, though. He might buy it.
Yeah, there we go. That's exactly. I feel like that's right up his alley.
Yeah, like I feel like Universal Monsters, if they do a line of that, he's just gonna have like a shelf of 12-inch monsters in black and white. But yeah, I am curious to see where they go with the Joker. I really want them to give me a goddamn Robin or Nightwing already. Because Robin will be a must. There will be no ifs, ands, or buts. He could be $250, and I'd go, S some D to get that money if I had to.
You're gonna be doing a lot of S&D in for $250.
Yeah, I'm gonna just.
Oh god.
Yeah, just Cradle and Shaft.
I'm interested to see what this the Joker looks like the finished.
Yeah, because he's gonna be like, unlike Batman, where he's pretty simple. Joker's gonna be harder because he's got a lot of more to it with him having a suit jacket with the coattails and the vest, the suit pants. So there's gonna be a lot more they have to do to kind of hide the articulation like they did for the Batman.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean they're killing it with this merman. Just for example, it's just that's really good. So I have no doubts that that's gonna turn out great. So I'm excited for you to drop that 180 on there.
It's 165, sir.
Oh yeah. Sorry, class.
And I'm gonna be honest, he's gonna have to come up with some really cool accessories to sell me on it because, like I said, I just don't have room for these sized figures.
Oh, this is the okay. That's right.
Yeah, this is the 12-inch. They don't do our itty bitty 6-inch 112 scale. These are the 1/6 scale. But I'm sure we'll see real pictures of him soon enough since he's coming out in May. That's less than a year away, so we have to see something. Probably, my guess would either be Toyfare at the latest, but probably sometime this winter.
I just kind of want to see it. Looks cool.
But that wraps it up for the everything else episode of San Diego Comic-Con. Please, check out next week when we talk about the other 3 days of the con. Because I guarantee there's gonna be a lot of stuff that we missed since we record on Thursday, and I apologize in advance that these episodes are probably real sloppy because we're both tired. We've both been up since 7 a.m. in our respective time zones because
just blame it on NECA. It's
of Target and NECA, along with the exhausted BS we had to deal with them and their pre-orders, and we've now recorded this as the 4th and final episode. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too crazy, but I'm going to pass it off to much more pre-recorded and probably awake versions of us.
More energetic, yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, my voice is shot at this point. So, bye-bye. Thank you, slightly less pre-recorded us. So we're going to wrap things up here, but first let's do our weekly purchases. because we know you guys love seeing the things that we spend our money on every week. I'm gonna let Jamar go first this week, just because I know at least one of his purchases, and it's pretty exciting.
I feel like you know both of them. We always talk anyways, like outside the show. So my first one is
you're ruining the illusion that we don't like show each other things as we buy them and order them. Like the fact that you sent all the links to the things that you were going to buy so you wouldn't lose them.
Well, this one is up first for show and tell is more of an update. If you remember last week it was last week's episode where I was
last week or the week before, one of them, I can't remember.
Yeah, it all blurs together, but it was one of my, I guess, first personal experiences ordering from Big Bad Toy Store, and I was really annoyed that something was taking a very long time just to ship. It was like 4 days, and then after it shipped, actually, I got it really quick. So, anyways, I probably have the most adorable thing on this planet Earth, and I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up really well because my light is kind of...
You might have to turn your light off or block it.
Let's do this. We'll lower it down. Am I too dark now?
Fancy.
Yeah, so this is Midoriya. Comes with 3 faces, 3 swappable faces. He has this cool little tray here arm thingy, whatnot. But yeah, this thing is so awesome, and I have an Ellie pre-ordered on its way whenever it says, I think December 2020. So I'm really, really excited. But it's so adorable. He's crying because that's what he does a lot in the show. I absolutely love that. And then this morning, although I was met with a bunch of disappointment, I did get one thing. So it's not a turtle, but it's a turtle's best friend. I got Casey Jones, an animated 2-pack series with the foot soldier who is spliced in half. Sorta. Yeah, sliced, whatever. But it's really cool too because like the red wire is actually super sturdy. So like,
right, I was, like that looks like it's not
shocked.
like coming undone at all.
I was honestly really shocked when I opened it. I thought it was gonna fall out of the packaging.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like all floppy, like a...
Yeah, but like it's holding just from there. So I'm gonna have him laying down, begging, like, please don't finish me off. And then Casey's standing there with the hammer. Fun fact, though, if you look at the packaging, he has a shoulder pad on his left shoulder. It's missing on the actual figure. It shows it in like the animated cartoon drawing, but then also the art of the figure, like the actual figure on the back, he's missing that. So I don't know if that's just something weird or that was one of those things that were like, hey, we can't do this with, a few thousand toys. I would say 1 million, but they're not making that many. We all know that's the case.
That'd be way easier to find if that was the case.
I'm going to bring my light back on so you can see my beautiful face. So that was it for my show and tell this week. Sadly, nothing really, really exciting to show you.
I mean, the Casey 2-pack's pretty exciting. I am curious. I've never noticed that in any of the pictures like that people have taken who've gotten them.
Oh yeah,
of the shoulder pad or not. Like, so I'm not sure. Is there like a missing spot on him, or is it just not like?
Could you see?
Yeah, I see it there on the left shoulder.
And what's weird is on the figure itself, there's no way you would see this on the camera, but on the figure itself, it's like notches on his chest area that looks like it was something to push in so it'll hold. And then even on his back, on this shoulder, there's like a notch where it looks like something was supposed to like push into it. So I don't know. Yeah.
At that point, I would assume that maybe you just have a factory error on your hand, because if there's notches, that means they clearly intended it to be there.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I didn't really. I just kind of like started looking at it because I got it before work. But I'm curious to see other people's to see if they have that or not. I mean, cool factory error, but sucks because kind of want that shoulder pad on there. It looks cool. I'm just pulling it out. And I'm like, oh, where is it at in the box? I don't see it. I'm looking everywhere. Oh, it doesn't have it. Cool. But yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean, I guess there's worse things that could be.
Yeah, I could have defective. One in the mail for you, right? But
oh yeah, but
yeah.
But unfortunately, 5 a.m. messages get me nowhere, and other friends who were hunting snake them out from under me. So I guess I'm just SOL. Well, I guess it's my turn. So
yeah, what did you get this week?
Let me move some boxes here so I can get to what I want to show first. So this actually came last Friday, So it was right after we recorded. I got the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, done by Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, made little action figure T-shirts and championship belts that you could order. They were super limited. There was only 500 of each set. There goes the boy. So as of right now, I only have one of their actual action figures from when they were in WWE, because the other one is hard to get and right now crazy expensive and not worth it. But here is his shirt. Has the Major Wrestling Figure podcast logo on it. Just Velcros in the back, which is nice. It feels like a legit one that would come with the Mattel Elite figures. But then I do have, I took my Kurt Hawkins figure and actually turned it into a Brian Myers figure, and he is wearing both his Scratch That Figure shirt and the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Championship belt. So
Pretty cool.
He's pretty awesome. I did go and like completely body swap him. I put different hair on him and put him on a body that has like jeans instead of having his wrestling tights. So a lot of work went into that one, and it definitely completes it having that shirt. So this morning after I woke up to you and Cody's texts. I decided to go to Target just for why not, right? Like It's worth a try. I knew they weren't going to have the 4-pack. That was obvious.
Really? Because I went on your notion of probably have it.
Okay, so let me explain this. So I had low expectations of it being there.
Yeah.
But still believed it. And then this morning when I saw 0 like in-hand images, I was like, okay, they're not going to have it. It's not just some Targets have it, some don't. It's a no Targets have it situation. But I still asked the nice young gentleman who worked in the electronics if he could go check for me. And I must say, not all heroes wear capes, because despite the fact that you failed me, I did not.
Oh. I can't believe you made me feel bad. Fuck you.
And I want to say I feel bad and I'm sorry, but mine does have the shoulder pad.
So you motherfucker.
I almost slipped up and spilled the beans early when you pointed out the shoulder pad thing. Yeah. And when you were talking about like, oh yeah, the red wire, I'm like, oh yeah, I was super impressed by that. I'm like, no, I wasn't. But so here's the fun thing though. That wasn't all that he brought back to me. So there was another little doohickey that he
oh my god
brought me.
Seriously?
But see, here's the kicker, Jamar. I don't fail.
Shut the fuck up.
So they only had 2, and I got 1 for me and 1 for you.
You're gonna make me
Mine
cry,
is currently up on the shelf, hidden. I was curious to see if you paid attention to my backdrop at all.
It's
got
kind of hard to see.
Him cleaning up. Right here, Rocksteady and Bebop.
Yeah, I see it now.
And then yours is still minty fresh in the box, ready to be shipped to you.
Oh, amazing, dude. Amazing. I normally don't cry on podcasts, so, you know.
Well, I know what my new goal is.
Oh, God.
But yes, since we do an audio version of the podcast now, essentially what I just revealed is I found the NECA Metalhead.
Yeah, we should probably be a little bit more descriptive.
Yeah, instead of just being vague, like, look at this thing in my hand. Granted, I haven't checked to see if anyone actually listens to it, but hey, who knows? But yes, so those are my 3 weekly purchases. It took every fiber of my being to hide that from you all day.
I will let you know, dude. I was depressed. I'm not even joking. So honestly, like I really do appreciate it that you found that, because I thought in my heart of hearts when I found the Casey Jones 2-pack that I was like, oh, for sure, I'm getting Metalhead, and I'm like, I'm gonna get 2. Like I was excited about it, and I went to 4 Targets, and that's all I walked away with. So
yeah, at that point, after 4 of them, and one of them just had the Casey Jones, I have to assume someone snagged Metalhead. Likelihood of of him just randomly not being there, but Casey is, even though they were releasing the same day.
Yeah.
But yes, so after 2 weeks of fighting with Target employees and them telling me I'm wrong of all the information that we've gotten from NECA reps and NECA themselves and other random people who work at Target, that these do not show up in the inventory. They're a vendor item, but they are still in the back. So don't take no for an answer. Look, this guy, I said that to him. I showed him a picture of that someone posted on Twitter of what the shipper looks like that is in the back of Target.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll go check. And he went back. 10 minutes later, he walks out with one of each. I'm like, can I get a second metalhead for my buddy in Ohio? He's like, yeah. He goes and gets it and brings it out to me. And Jake, who is my cousin and also on Fanboy Fight Club with us, was there with me for the whole process because he decided randomly to go to Target in the morning, even though he doesn't collect turtles. And so he's staying next to me as we're waiting and we're just chatting and discussing the shit show that is Funko. Oh boy. And he's like, I'm gonna post in the group chat that you there was nothing there. I'm like, yes. And I'm like, and I'll play it off all day, make him sweat for 12 hours.
Literally all day. I was a grumpy ass person.
Oh, I know. I've had to deal with both you and Wes
all day at work.
I literally have 2 messages from each of you of just bitching about release after release and announcement and tweet, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't wait to just be like, look at it.
Oh yeah, I'll get you your money like ASAP. Just either send me.
If you do it tonight, I can get it out in the mail tomorrow.
Oh well, of course I'll do it tonight.
It's like a plan.
Awesome.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this week's Modern Toy Fair news. Hopefully, whichever version, episode, category, whatever you want to call it, you're watching, you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also, hit the little bell to get notifications when our videos go up. We have Modern Toy Fair news on Fridays and Modern Toy Fair reviews on Mondays. Jamar, please tell the lovely fans where they can find you and what's going on with you.
Absolutely. Well, you can find me on my podcast that I host called Why Are You a Gamer? The elevator pitch, why do we play video games? I find out each and every Monday a new episode goes live. I have a really, really great episode that you don't want to miss out on because I had a small cameo from ex-president Barack Obama. So if you're curious, definitely listen to the most recent episode. And on top of that, we're going to have a review, Why Are You review for Ghost of Tsushima. So if you're curious about my opinions on that, check it out. So you get 2 episodes for the price of 1, which is free.
And that's the best kind. That's buy none, get 2 free, people.
Right.
Like, that is the wet dream of deals.
I know you like your deals, but for anything else, just follow me at Jamar_games. And like I said in the intro, the _games is not my actual name, just so you know. It's just Jamar. Just
in case you were confused and actually thought his Twitter/gaming handle was his actual name.
2020, man.
There's the explanation for you. I also want to point out that ex-president sounds like we had a bad breakup.
Yeah, that's true. I
feel like former president may have been the better way to phrase that.
Former president.
The ex-president, like that's when you impeach the motherfucker. But yeah, so you can find both me and Jamar over at Media Junkie on the Fanboy Fight Club podcast, where essentially we take nerdy and pop culture shit and argue about it, and you get some points, and some people don't get points, and someone's the bitch of the week. We all argue because we're mad, and then we move on to the next episode. And then I am also on the Gimmick Minute Wrestling podcast at Media Junkie, where me, Jason, and Kevin essentially just shoot the shit for an hour and talk about everything wrestling that happened the past week. If you want to support the channel and help us buy more turtles, go to tpublic.com. I realize that I've been telling everybody, hey, search Modern Toy Fair and it'll bring up the logo and yada yada. I keep putting the link in the actual description of the episode, so just click that, save yourself the time, give it a look. There is a new shirt up though. It is, I believe, until Sunday going to be on sale for $13. It is the Sad Face I Wasn't There Comic-Con 2020 shirt. Essentially, it looks like Pipe It In over fancy graphic now, but it looks like the Comic-Con logo, but it's a sad crying eye instead of a angry eye, and it says I wasn't there. So if you want something to sadly remind you that Comic-Con was canceled, and yet also bring a little bit of joy because it's kind of funny looking, buy that. I've noticed a little uptick in sales, so I don't know if that's from you guys. If it is, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. But that's gonna be it for this week. Hopefully we see you next week, same toy time, same Toyfare channel. Thank you, everybody.